Okay.
All right, guys, thanks for coming back. Congratulations. That's why we had a surprise school store visit. You guys did an awesome job when we were talking about consumer choices, how to distinguish between needs and wants. And I noticed some of you guys, when you went to the school store, some of you made your choices based on wants, some of them based on needs. And you guys did an excellent job, and I really appreciate the work you did. Today, we're starting a new section, our learning objective, how to open a bank account. We're starting to go through the process of learning how to get a job, apply for it, keep a job. And then once we start getting those checks coming in, we need to know what to do with our money, how to keep it safe, how to access it when we need it, and to make sure that we're not spending unnecessary fees when we cash our checks. And so our social question for the day is what to consider when choosing a bank or a credit union. So what is it that we're going to consider? We're going to go through this process. You've got the worksheets that Miss Jennifer is passing out right now. Thank you so much, Miss Jennifer. We're going to go through those step by step. As always, radio antenna, everyone's favorite radio station, What's in it for me, WIIFM. What's in it for me? At the end, you guys are going to work on your project where you're going to develop a travel plan, go to a bank, and open your own bank account. So that's the end game. We're getting there. But first, we want to talk about how do we do this. So I'm going to start us out with a video. It's going to be on the monitor over to our left today. It's about a 3-minute video, 2.5 minutes. And it's going to give us a good start on things to think about, and we'll go deeper into it and look at some of our websites. Of course, technology is always fickle. There we go. Okay, guys, let's keep our eyes on the video. I know it's a Monday, and I know we're tired, but let's watch the video and do a good job with this.
Hi, my name's Ross, and I've got some startling statistics for you. There's an epidemic sweeping across this nation. The fact is, if you are a high school senior, 8 out of 10 people that you know have B-A-N-K. That's right. They have bank accounts. Scary, I know. But the scariest part about it is it means that 20% of high school seniors graduate without ever having opened a bank account. Some people think they don't need a bank account. But I'm in high school. I don't need a bank account.
We are not going to let that happen in this class.
Milk, please. The fact is that a bank account is the cornerstone to a successful financial future. It saves you money by not having to pay to cash or write checks. It gives you 24-hour access to your funds through ATM machines. It makes it easier to track and manage your finances. And most importantly, it can help establish your credit.
There are like 5 million banks out there. How do you know which one to choose? Alright, so the first thing you gotta check when you go to a bank is what kind of candy they got. Second thing you gotta check, see how hot the tellers are.
There are lots of factors you should think about when deciding which bank to go with. The first one is the location of the bank.
Okay, write these down on your worksheet right now.
ATMs in the banks on a regular basis, so you're going to want to visit something that is convenient and close to you. The next thing to consider are fees. Things like overdraft fees, checking and banking fees, and ATM fees. Another thing to consider is that bank hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and sometimes on Saturdays until noon. Online banking is another popular feature you should consider. Also remember that some banks require a minimum investment or a minimum deposit.
Wow, I never knew how important it was to have a bank account. If you want some more information, go to rihse.org.
For more resources or to download a free How to Open a Bank Account checklist, go to the website shown above and click on the videos link on the left.
All right, guys, so we get the 5 things that we should consider, because again, this is our essential consider. What to consider when choosing a bank. And someone tell me the first one? Thank you. Location. Because if you're going to put money into the bank, you need to access it. It needs to be within walking distance on a bus route. Place you can drive into Twin Cities here. We have lots of opportunities for multiple branch locations. What kind of hours? We'll talk about that in a second. But location is important. Next thing is fees. We discussed in our section before, everything costs. No matter what, even if they say it's free checking isn't always free, especially if you don't manage your account right, and we'll talk about that later, and you get overdraft fees. So that's something we're going to discuss. We're going to do that with the St. Paul Federal Credit Union website after we go over our overview here. But fees are going to be important. Next thing to consider, bank hours. So not only do you need to get there, they need to be open when you do get there. Or they've got to have an ATM. Most of those usually have 24-hour that you can get to it. You can get your money. A lot of them you can make deposits. You want to find out how long they're going to hold the deposits once you put the money in. But these are things to consider. Online banking. We're spending a lot of our work in this classroom online. We're going to do a lot of our research online. And luckily now there's online banking. You can pay your bills online. You can transfer money. A lot of people have direct deposit now where your checks will go directly into your account. These things are important because you don't want to take up all of your day going to and from the bank. You want to make sure that you have time to cover everything. Finally, is there a minimum deposit? Some are yes, some are no. Some are very small. I know at my credit union, I have to keep $5 in there. And $5 is not a lot for all the benefits that we get in there. But these are the 5 things are considered. Now, as we go through it, we have 2 sites that we're going to go to. One is going to be findabank.com. There it's going to ask more specific questions. It's going to ask you things that you need, things that are important to you. Because in the end, with all the decisions, we're talking about your life decisions. What might be the right bank for me might not be the right bank for Adam. It might not be the right bank for Jacob. It might not be the right bank for Miss Jennifer. However, what's important is that we find the right bank for you. So as we work through this, we go through our worksheets, we're going to look at the location. So when we go to findabank.com, it's going to ask you to put in your zip code. We're going to go through, we're going to find the bank that's best for you and make decisions based on that. Once we pick those out, we're going to look at fees. We're going to look at the options that you're looking for, things that are important to you, whether it's a checking account, a savings account, whether they have bill pay through the bank, what type of services they have, when their bank hours are open. I know at TCF, they're open on Sundays. That might be important to you. These are all questions that we'll be going over when we go through the worksheets. Online banking, I think this is going to be something very important for us because, as you know, most of our classes now, most of the work we're doing online, and that's the direction we're going to. And is there a minimum deposit? And if so, how much is, oops, missed the question mark, how much is that deposit going to be? How much out of the pocket you're going to go there? So right now, I want you guys to take a second, go over, get your laptops, get them loaded up. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll go on and start doing our research at the St. Paul Federal Credit Union website.